Lord have mercy.
All right, Coach, if you wouldn't mind starting us off with an opening statement on your week in Orlando and successful close of the season.
Well, first of all, just want to thank everybody at the Russell Athletic Bowl for a great week. It really was. Whether we won this game or not is really irrelevant. It's been a great trip. Orlando is a wonderful place, and all the folks at Russell and with the bowl, I mean, they just did an awesome job, and providing us with a great opportunity, a great hotel, great experiences. Our players had a blast. We had great practice opportunities. Appreciate the police escorts that we had. I mean, everybody just did a wonderful job. Our bus drivers were awesome. Just everything. So I want to thank all of them for that. And then just with the game, first of all, I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our staff. And we had great preparation. I've said that many times. I mean, we practice well. We've got a process that we believe in as far as how we get ready for bowl prep. And our guys believe in what we do. And we were ready. We were ready. We were ready from the opening kick. Oklahoma is a tough football team. The breaks just kind of went our way tonight. I've been on the other side of that. Turnovers are a critical, part of games, and we got a lot of key turnovers tonight, and it really just kind of got away from them. But Oklahoma is a great football team. That's a lot of the same guys that drug up Alabama up and down the field last year. They're a great program, and it was our night tonight. I've got great respect for Coach Stoudt, and we knew we were going to have a tough challenge, but we were ready. I think it's sad when the season ends every year. I love the season. My life is simpler. I love game day. I love the preparation process. I love being with the players every day, and it's always sad when it ends. But it was another good season for us. Really a great season. 4 10-plus win seasons in a row. 4 out of our 6 years, we've had 10-plus win seasons. Hopefully this will put us back up in the top 15. 3 consecutive bowl wins for this group right here, and not just bowl wins, but national championship programs. LSU, Ohio State, and Oklahoma. And the biggest thing about winning the bowl game is you get momentum. And this is a 3-game winning streak for us and gives us good momentum going into the offseason. But the story of this whole deal for me is our seniors. Our seniors have been just a blessing, really, just a blessing to be around for 4 and 5 years. They're great players, but they're great people. They're great people. They're good men that have bought into the way we do things at Clemson. I think they would tell you that they're better people, having been through our program. But you got to buy in, and that's what these guys have done. 42 wins in 4 years, the winningest group in the history of our school. Clemson is a better place. Clemson is a better place, and I am a better coach and a better man having been around these guys for the last 4 and 5 years. And I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss them a ton. But the game was awesome. It's, again, defensively, the turnovers. Right out of the gate, Vic Beasley made his presence known with a big sack. Ben Boulware stepped in for Stephon, and he's got a pick six. He's got a fumble recovery. Grady Jarrett, 3.5 tackles for loss. We held them to 275. This is an offense that was averaging well over 400 a game. Special teams, Ammon hit a 50-yarder. He also pinned one on the little pooch field goal there. Pinned them inside the red zone there, and then Pinion had 2 inside the 10-yard line, 1 inside the 5. And then offensively, Jeff Scott and Tony Elliott, they don't know what's such a big deal about calling plays. First play went for a touchdown, so kind of hard to start your play calling career off better than that. But it was a fun day. Again, we were in sync, we were in rhythm. We had 2 100-yard receivers. The first time that's ever happened in a bowl game with Mike Williams and Artavis. Our offensive line was awesome, but the story of the game offensively was Cole Stoudt. And we had great preparation. We had fun getting ready for this game. Didn't quite start off maybe the way you wanted it to this year, but buddy, it's all about how you finish. And Cole Stoudt, 6-2, was a starter for us this year, and played his best game of his career in his last game. We knew that our only chance to win this game was he was going to have to play his tail off, and we were going to have to make plays outside. This is a very tough defense to run against. We did just enough, but Cole Stoudt was awesome. He made plays with his legs. He made great decisions, taking care of the football. He made good checks. He checked us into some plays. He sat in there. They bring a house blitz. He checks and throws a touchdown to G-Hop. Cole Stoudt was awesome. And you know what? Nobody deserves it more than old number 18. He's hung in there. He's shown class. He's represented us the right way, even when things didn't go his way and all that kind of stuff. He continued to believe in himself, and I just couldn't be more proud of number 18 right here. So, great win for us. We'll enjoy the heck out of this one, and we'll ride this momentum into the off season and recruiting and all that stuff. And I can't wait. These guys are going to be hard to replace, but I can't wait to get back out on the field this spring and start building this 2015 team.
All right, this time we will open it up for Q&A for Coach or the student athletes. If you could please find a microphone, we're going to work to provide a full transcript at the conclusion.
Cole, you took a lot of here to your right, took a lot of heat from both media fans throughout this season. You, aside from just the big victory, do you also really consider any of this kind of a little bit of a shot of redemption, that sort of thing for you personally?
I wouldn't say it would be redemption. I just knew that this is my last game here, and knew that I'd prepare to be my best. I just wanted to do it for the guys around me, because that's what really mattered to me, was the people I played with over the years. And I knew that in my mind that I wanted to be the best that I could be for this team. Just go out there and just have some fun and just enjoy the last game with everyone. And that's what we did. We probably had our best bowl practice that I've been around, and it was just a ton of fun. We all had a blast, and it really showed tonight after this game, win 40-6.
Grady, this defense came into the game ranked number one nationally. Probably still going to be ranked that at the end of the day. Do you feel like the first play would be good in there and stop the running back, or maybe the first drive? What set the tone for you guys, and when did you know this is going to be on that?
Really, man, just our preparation. We're prepared for everything tonight, man. That's just a testament to our coach, man. Coach B, we wanted this bad for him. And, we wanted to finish off on a strong note. Coming into this year, we was really hyped up defense. After the Georgia game, people really started doubting us. And, I remember telling you guys, man, we're gonna get the problem fixed. We're going to get the problem fixed. And like Coach Swinney said, it ain't how you start, how we finish. And we look up today now, we're the number one defense in the country. And, man, just to be one of the captains of the number one defense in the country is going to be something special, and I always take it with me.
Right here.
Dabo, could you go through how Tony Elliott called the plays? Did he call all the plays? Did you change any of them? And Cole, could you talk about how you think that went with Tony Elliott today?
That wasn't any different than what it's been. We've always had a collaborative effort. Tony, I think it was great having him in the box. He and Jeff work great together. Certainly, there's always been times where, I interject. That's just, I'm an offensive guy. I always have been. But you got to have somebody who's in charge. And Tony did a great job of kind of taking that lead. But, we worked very well together, the whole group. Streeter, Coach Pearman, Coach Caldwell, myself, and obviously Tony and Jeff. So just a fun night. But we had an excellent plan, excellent preparation at practice. But it was just a great group effort. But Jeff Scott and Tony Elliott did a fantastic job in putting it together.
It's just how it's always been. I know we had a team meeting after the whole situation with Coach Moore's taking the head coaching job at SMU, and they said that our Clemson offense didn't get on a plane with them. It was still in the room where all the players are, and it's even when Coach Morris was here, it was still a full team effort, and everyone was constantly communicating and making the offense the best that it is. And we really built off each other, and that's what we kept doing. Just made it fun.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the fourth straight 10-win season. You had a perfect start in this game. Cole was 6 for 6 in the first quarter. You didn't have any penalties at all. Your first play goes for a touchdown. Preparation, as you talked about. Was there a point in time this week or prior leading up to this game where you felt like you guys could go out there and do this tonight?
Well, I would. There's no way I felt like we'd win 40-6. I thought we would win the game. I didn't have any doubts about that at all. But I knew from the first practice that our guys were engaged and were ready to go. We had one day that was not bad, but just not quite. You remember that? Not quite to the standard that we believe in. But these guys were just awesome the whole time. And when we came down here and we went to work, your Christmas in a hotel and all that kind of stuff, our guys, they just were very focused and engaged in the whole thing. And then last night we had an awesome meeting last night, and where we kind of brought it all together. I didn't have any doubt we were going to play well. We just got too good a leadership. We had great leadership on this football team. Great leadership. Guys like to play. And, again, they're good people. And so I knew we would play our tails off. But for us, it's always about the same old things. We got a plan to win that we believe in. We talk about it all the time. And when we execute that plan, we win. And it starts with the effort and the turnover margin and being the least penalized team, having at least 2 more big plays than the opponent. Those are things that we believe in. And we were able to get those things done tonight. Didn't have any doubts we'd win the game, but never, dreamed that it would work out the way it did. But listen, I've been on the other side of that. It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. But we were able to get the turnovers tonight and the breaks, and it just got away. And we're a hard team to deal with a lead. I think now we're 37-0. 38-0 when we however many years that is. We're 38-0 when we have the lead going into the fourth quarter. That's something we talk about all the time. Let's grind, let's get that lead going into that fourth quarter because we win. And that's a mentality of finishing. We had a finished video last night that we talked about, but I knew our guys were ready to play. It was just getting them to the game and hopefully having some early success and taking care of the ball and creating a couple of those momentum plays. And right out of the gate, we were able to do that. We got a 3-and-out, and then, the first play of the game, we were, celebrating in the end zone. So kind of hard to get a better start than that, and it was really, just consistent all night long.
This is for Grady and for Coach. Grady, where do you feel this defense will be ranked with all the other great defenses Clemson's had in the past?
Really, man, it's really just a special group of guys. The way we come together, man, I've talked to guys from that 90 team, and they have nothing but good things to say. And we've proven ourselves to be a force in the nation. And but honestly, it's really just about this team and the love we have for one another and all the hard work we put in. And you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, but just know we working and we got coaches that's on us, growing us as men and players, and it's just been truly an honor to be a part of this.
Well, I would just say that, I'll let everybody else do all the comparing and all that stuff, but they're the best right now, and they're the best in the nation, and they've played great people. There was a time where these guys were inexperienced and had to grow up and all that, and now you look up and, 42 wins in 4 years. That 1990 group was the last time Clemson was number 1 in defense, and they broke all their records. More wins, and not only more wins, but the most ranked wins ever in a 4-year period. And then, ironically, this is the largest margin of victory tonight in a bowl game, and they broke that 1990 record. So them 1990, they don't like these guys. Scratch them off their Christmas card list. But this is a special group, and we can argue about who was the most talented, but collectively as a group and a team, this was a fun group of guys to come to work with every day. And our coaches are awesome. Coach V, Coach Brooks, Coach Hobby, Coach Reed. those guys are tremendous. Our support staff, they all have done an outstanding job. So y'all can do all the comparisons. All I know is they're the best today.
Grady, right in the front row, you're right. Coach Venables kind of downplayed his long relationship with Oklahoma leading into this thing, but when it gets down to it, what did it really mean to you guys on defense? It had to obviously have brought an extra spark. It meant something to you that the coach was going against his former school.
Absolutely. We wanted to get this one for him. But man, just like we took it in every game this year, we made it about us and us preparing the way we do. And we saw the result tonight. So we're really happy for the way the game went out tonight. And we're happy to get that for Coach V, man. Coach V came here and transformed us. My freshman year, defense wasn't so hot around here. It was all about offense. And then the way we've just grown, getting better and better year in, year out, everybody getting better as a player. We all really started at a really young age. We've grown through this defense together and had Coach V as our leader on defense. So, man, it's really, y'all really don't understand when I say how amazing it is on the way and where we are today. So, it's almost just destined to happen, man. We're just glad we got that win for him.
All right, 2 more questions for Clemson. You're last.
Cole, obviously you guys had the great start with that first pass going 65 yards. How much did that set the tone for you personally? How confident were you feeling over the course of the game? You said this week you just wanted to have fun. You weren't worried about the outside noise. What was it like for you as it was unfolding from that first pass all the way to that third quarter touchdown last week?
It was a huge momentum booster for everyone. Getting rolling off like that, starting off 7-0 right off the bat out of the first play, and knew that it was one of the big plays. It all comes down to who makes the big plays in the game, and we had the most this game, and starting off on the first play is a huge momentum booster, and it just kind of piled on from there and just kept going, and we really didn't hit the brakes from there.
One thing I'll say about Cole is kind of an interesting thing. Bray was telling us there's only been 3 quarterbacks ever to throw for 300 yards in a bowl game, and you talk about sometimes how things are destined, but one of them's Taj Boyd, one of them's Cole Stoudt, and the other one's a funky old quarterback named Brandon Streeter, who we just hired to coach our quarterbacks about 3 weeks ago. So pretty ironic that he joined that group with Streeter and Taj Boyd. Pretty neat.
Coach, you lose 8 starters off of this defense. So how good was it to see Ben Wolmer returning interceptions, starting for Stefan Anthony, Corinne Wiggins, Mackenzie Alexander? Those young guys who are going to be the leaders next year stepping into a big role today.
Well, again, you don't just replace. Grady Jarrett's a great player. We can replace great players, but man, boy, when you lose a great player that's a great man, you got to make sure you're bringing the right type of people in your program. Great players, great people, and that's what we got. A bunch of them guys: the Robert Smiths, the Grady Jarretts, the Stefan Anthonys, Vic Beasley's, Corey Crawfords, Tavares. Tony Stewart's, Gary Peters. Martin Jenkins. Just some great men. Deshaun Williams, Josh Watson. But we've recruited well, and if you know anything about us, and as far as how we play a lot of people. Always have. Grady's unselfish. He comes out of the game. Corey Crawford, he comes out of the game. Vic Beasley comes out of the game because we want to get Shaq Lawson in there and Dodd and all these other guys. We've got Carlos Watkins and DJ Reader and Kellen and Boulware and BJ. So we play a lot of people. We're starting over basically, and we'll be a little different next year as far as our depth. I think we'll be very talented with our frontline group, but our depth will be talented but a little inexperienced as opposed to this year. This year we were deep, talented, and experienced. And, next year I think we'll be deep, we'll be talented, we just won't be quite as experienced.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations on a great
y'all.
close to the season.